Hello everyone. Have a pleasant day. This is Dr. Srimati from Dr. Ambedkar Global Law Institute, Tirupati. Today we are going to see the second technique of inventory control, that is called the economic ordering quantity. Before getting into that, what is economic ordering quantity? We want to know what is the total cost of material. So what is the total cost of material? That is equal to total acquisition cost of material plus total ordering cost plus total carrying cost. So what is it actually? The total acquisition cost means, okay, the cost which through the buying of material, okay, usually unaffected, that is the material cost is not affected, okay, now and then it is irrespective of quantity of material which is ordered at one time, unless the quantity discounts are available, that is we called as total acquisition cost. What we can say, suppose if you are ordering 10,000 units, okay, and then purchased for rupees 10 per unit, then in a 50 orders, then you have to get it in 200 units each time, and 10 orders of rupees 1000 units each, then the total acquisition cost will be 1 lakh rupees, that is 10,000 units multiplied with 10 rupees. Then under each alternative, if there is no quantity discounts are available, okay, then when the cost acquisition of material remains the same, then we say it is they are irrelevant, okay, and are often excluded while deciding the quantity of a material to be ordered at one time. That is, the cost is to be taken are of ordering cost or carrying cost. Then what is carrying cost? It is the cost of holding the materials in the store, and it includes what are that cost. So cost of storage space which could have been utilized for some other purpose, okay, unless otherwise if you keep the same material, the space could be used for some other purpose, then what is the cost of it, okay. And then the cost of bins and rocks that have been to be provided for the storage of material, that is suppose if say for example, if the bin means a large store of large boxes, okay, so in which the materials can be stored, okay, you can see in a professional stores, okay, big bins will be available for storing the pulses and cereals, okay, so like that it will be a heavy bins, okay, in case of industries. Then the cost of maintaining the materials to avoid deterioration, okay, suppose if the materials are kept, then it should be safeguarded from deterioration, so for that certain materials are used to safeguard the raw materials, so that cost, okay. And then amount of interest payable on the money which has been locked up in the materials, that is suppose if you purchase, if the industry is purchasing huge material, then the amount which has been locked in the material itself, so for that amount of interest which is payable, that is also be considered as cost of carrying cost. Then cost of spoilage in stores and at the time of handlings, okay. Then the transportation cost in relation to stock, how much they are paying for the transportation of cost. And then cost of obsolescence on account of some of the materials becoming obsolete after some time, okay, because of changes in the process or even the product itself, okay. And then the insurance cost of the godown where they are keeping the materials. And then clerical cost, that is the storekeeper, and then the security, and then the assistant who are working, so all these are called as carrying cost, okay. So all these costs are taken together, it is that is here in actually in India it may come up near to 20 to 25% of the cost of materials per year, okay. So the effect should be made to reduce such a alarming rate of carrying cost. And the next one is ordering cost. So it is the cost of placing order for the purchase of materials. So here what is the cost of placing of an order? That is first one is the cost of staff who are posted in the purchasing department and inspection section and then payment department. For them usually nowadays they are paying huge amount to the staffs, okay. And then cost of stationery, postage and telephone charges. So this is about very much the stationery which has been used and postage and telephone charges, okay. And this cost we have to consider. So here this type of cost includes the cost of floating tenders, then cost of comparative evaluation of quotation. Since when the clerk or an officer wants to place an order, before ordering he has to collect the quotation from various institutions or companies where they are having the materials, okay. And then it should be analyzed where how it should be economical, and then it will not be compromised with the quality of the material. So it involves large paperwork as well as the number of persons who are in need of analytical, and then the postage involved in placing an order, and then the cost of inspection, and then the cost of accounting and making a payment. So all those things are to be considered for the ordering cost, okay. And in other words, the cost which varies with the number of orders, okay. So this is about ordering cost. So we can conclude that the quantity to be ordered should be such which minimizes the carrying cost as well as ordering cost. So the order for material to be purchased should be large enough to earn more trade discount and to take advantages of bulk transport, but at the same time it should not be too large to incur heavy payment on account of interest, storage and insurance cost. So if the price is to be stable, okay, price of a material is very much stable, the quantity to be ordered each time can be ascertained with economic ordering quantity. So what is economic ordering quantity? That could be analyzed with a formula called Q equal to square root of 2CO divided by I. So here the Q means the quantity to be ordered and the C is consumption of material concerned in units during 1 year, okay. And then O is cost of placing an order including cost of receiving the goods or cost of getting an item into firm's industry. That is the cost which incurred for getting the materials into the store. Then I, that is interest payments including the variable cost of storage. This is to be calculated with per unit per year. Then we say it is about the holding cost of inventory, okay. Then it does to be the EOQ. We can do it with certain assumption. So the assumptions in the calculation of EOQ. So here we can say there are a dynamic condition of supply which enable a firm to place as many orders as it needs, okay. So the company is in a position to place as many orders as it needs, okay, first condition. And second one is the prices of the item remains stable which keep carrying cost constant. The price of the material is constant throughout the year. And then the next one is the quantity of the item to be consumed during a particular year, that is particular period or year, is totally known. That is for 1 year how much material is required for the production, that is being known, and quantity to be consumed is very much certain. So in this condition it is economic order quantity is to be calculated. And now you cannot confuse with this economic ordering quantity with the reorder quantity, okay. So the reorder quantity is the quantity for which the purchase order is actually given, and then it may be more or less than the economic ordering quantity if the firm is not placing an order according to the economic ordering quantity. Then suppose in case the absence of information of economic ordering quantity, then we can take the reordering quantity can be an economic ordering quantity. So this can be easily understood by having one problem. Let us see the problem. So find out the economic ordering quantity, that is EOQ, from the following particulars, and also show how much the order to be placed. Okay, and annual usage 6,000 units, and then cost of materials per unit is 20 rupees, cost of placing and receiving an order is 60 rupees, then annual carrying cost of 1 unit is 10% of inventory value they have given. So the formula for calculation of economic ordering quantity is EOQ. Economic ordering quantity is equal to square root of 2CO divided by I. So here you know what is C, that is annual usage of material, that is 6,000 units, and O, the cost of placing an order, that is 60 rupees, and I, annual carrying cost of 1 unit, that is the unit value is 20 rupees, the cost is 10% of the value. So 20 rupees multiplied with 10 divided by 100, that is equal to 2 rupees. Apply it into the formula. EOQ equal to square root of 2 multiply with annual cost, annual unit is 6,000 unit, multiply with 60, that is ordering cost, divided by 2 rupees. Then square root of 3,60,000, then we can take square root of 3,60,000, it is 600 units. If it is about 600 units of EOQ, means the company can place an order of 10 orders can be placed. How it is? The annual usage is 6,000 units. So 6,000 units divided by 600 as an EOQ, then the company can place 10 orders for an economic ordering quantity. Hope you understood. I have done. And until the next, it's bye from Srimati. Thank you.